My family is from circus. I'm the sixth generation.
Wow.
My mom gave birth to me in a caravan.
How?
I spent 10 days in one school.
Thanks for coming here, Sheyen. I'm so happy to have you in this interview.
Thank you, I'm glad to be here.
Before we talk about your circus journey, could you please briefly introduce yourself?
I'm Sheyen Caroli. I'm a professional contortionist. Work in this business since I was a kid. We were saying my family is from circus. I'm actually the sixth generation.
Wow. Circus family have already 100 years of history?
Yes.
Whoa.
Formally, we are from Italy, but then because we are circus people and artists, the one who doesn't work in the circus family then traveled around. I have so many international relatives, like France, Spain, America, spread all around the world.
Ah, because they get married in France or other country. Oh,
yes.
That's cool. What is the name of your circus family?
Caroli.
They are still running?
Many of us, yes, but the personal circus of my family is closed 10 years now. So they stopped because my parents are elderly. They cannot travel anymore and they decide to stop.
You have your own tent and
I have
own
my
animals?
Yes. I work in the circus of my family until I was 19 years old.
From which age?
Basically when I was born, because my mom gave birth to me in a caravan by herself.
By herself? How?
Because it was the travel day in the circus and she was alone in the caravan in the new place.
Yeah.
And of course back then she didn't have a phone. I came and all of a sudden, yes, and
Wow.
she gave.
At that time, what are the other relatives doing?
They were traveling.
Oh.
That's why she was alone, because they were at the place the circus was before to take the other trucks, the circus and the animals.
Wow, very strong mom.
Yeah.
Later on, after your company closed, where did you go?
Almost everywhere in Europe, but the very first contract I had when I left Italy, so the circus of my family, it was in England.
How can you start in England?
First thing it was that I really wanted to visit England, and then because by a chance I was seeing on Facebook a job requirement, so they were looking a very nice circus in England was looking for artists for the new season. I applied, and then it was the months later I was there in England.
Oh, that's so good. It is always chance for artists to travel all over the world.
Yes.
Could you tell us what do your parents do?
So my father, because of course he grew up in the circus, he was able to do many acts since a young age. He was a juggler, a rolla artist, then he worked with horses, he was a trainer, lions.
Wow.
But then he did like silks as well, straps and some acrobatic.
What about you?
First my mom, she was a dancer, and that's how she met my father. She was a dancer in the circus of my father, and she was a sword balancer. Is this discipline where you balancing swords and sharp objects on your head.
You learned the balance from her.
Yes, exactly.
Did you learn something from your father, like juggling?
Yes, flips not really, it wasn't really my discipline, because my parents wanted me to do contortion actually. They didn't want me to learn any acrobatics because they were afraid that I can get injured
Yes,
easily.
that can be.
So to preserve my back, they just forbid me to do any acrobatic things.
This is a good decision.
Yes.
From parents.
They were
Parents
wise.
side. Yeah, from coach side, maybe no.
Yeah.
You have to train acrobats at the early age, and you decide what you want to do, what you want to train.
My parents choose for me the discipline, because actually in the circus of my family the only act that was missing it was contortion and handstand. So they pushed me into this discipline.
And you have a coach of contortion?
Yes, I started to train early. I was 5 years old. My trainers were from Mongolia, which is actually the country where contortion is born as a form of art.
So you hire a coach from Mongolia?
My family hired them as artists. Of course, they was performing at the circus. Aside the show, of course, they were training.
And do you have regular classes at early age?
Yes, I was attending school like any normal kid, but a little bit more difficult because with the circus, of course, we were traveling a lot, like every 10 days. And I was attending the school in the city of where my circus was. So I spent 10 days in one school, another 10 days in one school, 3 weeks in another school.
How can it happen?
Actually, the system was like that. We arrived in a city, and the same day my mom was going to the school. She was explaining how it works with other schools. She has a book with all of the papers, and then from the day after I was attending school.
Wow, so interesting. Never heard about this.
Nowadays it's easier because with internet and everything, now you do online classes.
Yeah.
But when I was at school, it's not existing.
At the early age, you start performing. How can you manage the value of money at that time? Did your parents teach you?
In circus, people are very conservative. I don't want to generalize, but talking my side of the story, my parents didn't really teach me the value of money. I learned it myself within time because, you know, when the circus is run by your own family, of course, you don't get a salary.
Ah, okay.
They don't really give you a salary. But I was a little bit older, like around 14, 15. They start to give me a little check every week, very low. And since then, I start to manage myself.
Yeah. Do you ever have a low point in your career? Or sometimes you may want to quit or switch the job?
I never really had a low point. I thank God for this. I always enjoy and appreciate my work. It was a dark time during COVID. I think not just for me, but for many artists, because basically all of the places who were doing shows were shutting down. Basically, I was living every day with the question in my head if, wow, would I ever come back to work? Because the things back then, it was so insane. Like, it was like the world is ending, no more shows, no more fun, we don't want artists anymore. It was like, art now? No, impossible. Nobody's gonna do art for a long time. I was thinking about another profession, esthetician. I work with beauty, like makeup artist. I can do treatment for the bodies.
You run your business already at that time?
No, because I was studying, so I got the diploma. Then the work finally was back. Start again with my normal artist life. I have the backup if I want to stop one day. I have a backup plan. My first job after pandemic, it was in England.
After you worked in so many companies, which one is your favorite one?
My heart belongs to GOP.
Oh,
because it's where everything started for me. My first contract in Germany with variety show starts with the GOP. So it always have a special place in my heart.
If you could start your life all over again, would you choose circus artist as your job?
Of course. I can reply to this question with my eyes closed. When I'm on stage, everything is shiny and beautiful and glittery, heaven. But before,
yeah, makeup again.
Yeah,
hair again.
Makeup is a thing that I hate to do. I wish I could already be in theater and ready. Wake up and be already with makeup.
Please create a mask for us. Put on the mask and makeup will be done.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is your backup business.
I don't like it to do on myself. But if someone asks me, for example, please do a makeup look on me, I will be totally happy about it.
If someone wants to start a circus artist, you have one piece of advice to give them?
I have many actually. I would say for course talking about person that it comes from totally another life. The first advice that I want to do is to be always yourself in your discipline. So that means to create your own character and having your own style. Because copycats are so many. The starter things. Because if you have a fire on you that is your passion and you want to succeed, first things is being yourself. Listen to your own point and create something that is yours. You have to create your masterpiece. That's the basis. Then for start actually on the business, personally I will recommend festivals because it's the easiest way, like with 2-3 performances in one festival, you can get known by many artist director, many show, and if you win a prize, even better. But even, I mean, sometimes people are discouraged to go to festival because maybe they don't feel that they are enough, but it doesn't matter. Apply to the festival, if they book you, even if you don't win, don't get depressed, it's a start. All that matter, you need to start.
This is my story, you talk about me.
Yeah, you see?
With prize or with no prize, no matter, we have the contract.
Because people need to see you. So festivals, and going around. Like in the end, sell ourselves.
Yeah.
So you have to put maybe a little budget on traveling around, going to see the show, understand also how things are moving in this business, what directors like, what it can be good for this place, like focus. Maybe I want to work in this place. I look the story, the artist who I already work with. I try to catch information, and I always introduce yourself. Business card at the end, and introduce yourself. Go directly if you know that the director is gonna be there or other artists, and say hello. At least at the very beginning of the career, because then when the people get to know you, it's easier. At the very beginning, you need a lot of passion because you will receive many doors in your face. But at the end, if it's really your thing and it's your passion, in one way or another,
there are always windows. This is very encouraging. Okay, I'm so happy to listen your story. It may work out for our audience.
I hope so.
Thank you so much to be here.
It was a pleasure for me.
Yeah, bye.